So Kanye is off, I would say, in a very dangerous place. And everything that Kanye is doing is leftist. It is based on all of the bad ideas, grouping people based off of race and religion and or sexuality. These are the bad ideas.
Is that what leftism is? And is that what leftism does, Dave? Is it? And I think the real question here today is, who's the dumbest man in America? Dave Rubin or Donald Trump? It's a poll. And we want you to participate. tyt.com/polls to do so. Again, who's the dumbest man in America? Dave Rubin or Donald Trump?
I'm still undecided, to be honest.
I'm not. I know for a fact it is Dave Rubin.
I think it's Donald Trump.
No. You know what? Do you think, when has Dave Rubin ever said anything that was interesting, smart? What are his talents? Like,
no, to be fair, there was that one time he turned the dial of ideas to 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, well then, okay. I really need to reconsider. His brain is still in recovery mode.
Yeah, it's been in recovery mode for a couple of decades now. No, look, Dave was, when he was pretending to be on the left, was a benign character. He wasn't particularly dumb. Apparently that was wrong. He apparently was way dumber than I realized. But it wasn't like you'd meet him and you'd be like, oh wow. Where Trump walks into a room and he's like, wind causes cancer. Let's nuke hurricanes. Let's inject bleach to cure COVID. I mean, the guy is so maniacally stupid.
Well, Dave Rubin, in terms of like when he was pretending to be on the broadly speaking left.
Yeah.
He was LARPing, right? Like he was regurgitating, but it's true. He was regurgitating what he was hearing other hosts say. He was so I don't know, maybe you can give him some brownie points for a tiny bit of acting skills. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, he does a good cosplay.
Sure, okay.
Which I don't think Trump could do.
I still think he's dumber though. Okay. I do. And the reason why I say that is because Trump has already beaten Dave Rubin in the comedy game, okay?
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, so Donald Trump is, in my opinion, the top insult comic in the country, okay? The other thing about, and by the way, Dave Rubin, failed comedian, right? I mean, we laugh at him, but that's not what he intended. The other thing is, and I know you disagree with this, but I think that Donald Trump does understand marketing, and I think he's excellent at marketing. You think it's on accident though?
I do, I'm positive of it. And in fact, I can prove it. And then we'll get back to Dave Rubin. So he's an accidental great marketer. So he is great at marketing, but it's totally accidental. Why? Because he's the biggest narcissist I have ever heard of in my life. And so he's like, Trump. And in marketing, shamelessness is actually a giant tool. Like that is an enormous advantage to have. So he kept saying Trump and marketing himself, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. Oh, we're gonna win so much, we're gonna get tired of winning, right? And these outrageous, hilarious comments, etc. So was it the accidental narcissism or was it a strategy? Well, one of his narcissism led to doing one of his most spectacular failures, which was Atlantic City. He had 3 casinos in the same city, and they were all Trump Taj Mahal, and I forget the others, Trump Casino, whatever they were, right? But they all had Trump in the name. And so somebody asked him, and this was in a story, we did it in a Loser Donald segment when he was running in 2016. Why'd you do that? And he's like, I like to see my name.
Okay, all right.
All over the city. And what did he do? Like every rational business person predicted, he cannibalized his own customers, and all 3 casinos went bankrupt.
That was dumb. I'm not saying, but look.
Was that genius marketing strategy? No, he's a dumbass narcissist who couldn't help himself.
But you guys, let me reframe this because I don't want you to be misled by Uygur, okay? I think that's what he's doing here. We're having a debate about 2 incredibly dumb people, but who's dumber, okay? So you just mentioned a big fail, and of which there are many for Donald Trump. However, speaking of how he loves to see his name, something incredibly smart that he did, that Democrats were really upset about, and they thought, this is really, beneath you. Who wanted to sign the stimmy checks with his name at the beginning of COVID?
Yeah.
That was a smart political strategy, was it not?
It was, but it was accidental because he's
wasn't.
a narcissist. He's like, oh, I mean, what sign Donald Trump?
No,
Everybody see Trump.
He wanted people to see the, economic help being. He wanted them to tie it back to Trump. I'm the one who assisted you with financial, help.
Look, I don't mean to insult Groot here, who's a perfectly fine character in the MCU, but all Trump is Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Trump. I am Trump.
I think you underestimate him.
Well, look, to be fair to me, to be fair to you.
Yeah.
He did become president of the United States.
Exactly.
Which then shows you the correct answer is not Donald Trump or Dave Rubin. It's Democratic leadership.
Twist.
Because they lost to this guy. They lost to this buffoon who might be even dumber than Dave Rubin.
Nah, that goes too far. I still think Dave Rubin's dumber.
Okay, and by the way, another contestant in our game here is mainstream media, who thought, no, Democratic leadership is awesome. Hey, you know what? We should tell everybody in the next election, do not elect the guy who could have beat Donald Trump. You should pick another Democratic establishment candidate. And what happened with Biden? You're thinking, well, he won. Yeah. Did you know that in 3 swing states, he only won by a combined 43,000 votes? We were 43,000 votes away from Donald Trump winning again, despite an absolute train wreck of a presidency. Because that's how dumb Democratic leaders are, and that's how dumb everybody in mainstream media is. Only conservative, moderate, centrist Democrats can win. The Democratic establishment is amazing. They lost to I am Trump. Anyway, back to Rubin. Look, the idea that Kanye is a leftist, but it's not a new trick. Rubin and others do this every time, right?
Yeah.
They're like, anytime you Hitler, actually on the left.
The dial of ideas has been turned to hot.
So look, two can play that game. Oh yeah, Mao, actually on the right. No, Mao was on the left, Hitler was on the right, okay? So soon they'll be like, oh yeah, Donald Trump, actually on the left. He's a leftist. That's what the problem was. There's no end to that obvious parlor.
Yeah, I mean, they do it with MLK, yeah. Like where they're like,
yeah, MLK
was a freaking socialist, okay?
MLK was a right winger and Hitler was a left winger. Okay, sure. Okay, words have no meaning anymore. But that's this stench of desperation.
Stinky.
When you were supporting Kanye when he was saying hateful things about everyone else on the planet, and then it turns out he says hateful things about the group you're in, Dave. And all of a sudden, you're like, I never liked him. Yeah, it turns out he's a leftist.
Totally.
Hey, if he's such a leftist, why were you supporting them the whole time until now? Oops. And if the Democrats and the left are the ones that are spreading hatred against people in, for example, Florida, where you live, Dave, who passed the Don't Say Gay bill? Oh yeah, Republicans did. Okay.
I think that the Republican politicians in Florida are actually leftists. I'm in recovery mode. Like, it's not just what he's saying, which is stupid enough. It's also the way he says it. It's just, it's his tone. It's all of it. It's amazing. So
look, it's a controversy. You guys are gonna have to settle it. TYT.com/polls. Who's dumber, Donald Trump or Dave Rubin? The fairest show in America asks. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.